Hello? Hi. Okay, there we go. I'm also in Discord. Uh, so for those who are listening, hello, welcome to Tarcy Talks. Uh, Turkey is actually already in the Discord right now. You hear us, and we hear him if he talks, but I think he's preparing some at the moment. So, I think while Turkey is preparing that thing, preparing, welcome. Welcome to Tarcy Talks, and today we are going to talk about online culture. So, and honestly, online culture is such a broad term. So, because it's a broad and narrow term in a certain sense, broad in the sense that it covers a lot of things. It covers social media, it covers online learning, it covers how we work nowadays. So, there's that kind of online culture, how we receive entertainment. But we can also say that it's narrow in the sense that how all this online culture. When did I start using the internet? I think I started using the internet a little bit in high school. Yeah, probably. Well, I first I got my first email account in 2000, 2001. I think I think around 2001. So At the time, email. So yeah, there was such a thing as being online then, but it wasn't as simple as okay, parang Google wasn't really a thing at that point. When did we start using Google to things? Can't really recall. Maybe when I was in mid high school, so probably around 2006. So that's when we started using Google for everything. Uh, Starting having devices for everything, and even then, it was still wasn't popular. If you had a laptop in high school, then you were super popular. You were the guy that everyone wanted to group up with because they could work on your paper in real time while you were meeting up at school. Whereas otherwise, you just take notes, uh, pen to paper, then write it on your home desktop. So uh, online culture is narrow in that sense, and it's pretty young. Let's estimate it around 20 years, 20 years old. And Sergio and I, we belong to that generation in which sort of grew up with the internet. We are a little familiar with life without internet, so that quickly went away. Um, and then we're also familiar with life with the internet because by the time that we could actually actively use the internet, we were at an age that we could do so. So yeah, I mean by college, so yeah, it was pretty natural to use the internet to search for things, to find things. I remember in for third year high school research, so we were still using card catalogs, uh, trying to figure out, okay, where can I find references for this particular topic? Grab the entire drawer of the card catalog, start flipping through it, and then finding the correct book. So yeah, how things have changed. Uh, Other differences. So when we say presentation, back when I was in high school, when Sir Args would give us, okay, we have reporting groups. So this group will report on chapter one. This group will report on chapter two, and so on and so forth. So when you say reporting, that means one thing: Manila paper. So we'd all group up. We'd buy Manila paper. Okay, sino magandang handwriting dyan? And we'd start writing and drawing on the Manila paper. And nowadays, when you say presentation, automatic is PowerPoint or Google Slides. So yeah, things have definitely changed. I got my first laptop in third year, 2010. It was a pretty it was a pretty formal process. Uh, at the time, I was used to even when I had programming class uh, for college, so I'd work on the lab computer and then send myself an email of the code, finish it at home. So I think I was the last among my friends to get a laptop. And I finally did give in and ask for a laptop because I needed something to hook up to the lab equipment. So yeah, uh, for modern modern ways of dealing with this. Other online trends. Oh yeah, in second year, when I was in second year, that was 2005, high school. Sumikat yung Friendster. Parang that was like the first social media platform that I got to know about. So Friendster, parang you had a limit. First goal is social media. You connect with all of your friends, and the popular thing then was that you'd write testimonials for your friends. So you'd friend other people, and then you'd write on, I guess, their wall. I can barely remember what it looks like even, but you'd write on their wall your impressions of them, what you think of them, and so on and so forth. So that was a pretty big thing. I think that was kind of the 2005's getting to know you uh, kind of thing. Okay, so yeah, and so now that we're working, so Sir and I working with you guys, or we used to work with you guys, as your teachers, and we're seeing the current generation how they work with the internet, and there are things that we see. We I'm not sure if we understand it. I mean, we see it. We sort of maybe we judge it in a certain sense. But yeah, so I guess there are things that we see and maybe don't completely agree with or don't understand, and we're here to talk about right now. And this is actually Sir Q's idea for the stream. So he actually had a bunch of stuff prepared. Uh, Josh, are you ready?
Hello? 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 Am I
Yeah.
on?
No, I mean, they can hear you, pero are you ready?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Am I ready? Yeah. I'll only start when we have 10 followers. 10. Oh, shoot. We already have 18 people watching. Okay, we can start.
Okay. You want to open your presentation or your camera first before I switch views?
Wait, us first. Me first before I make a presentation.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Come
Okay,
on.
okay.
Sobra.
Okay. Turn on your camera.
Hi, everyone. What? Turn on my camera? Excuse me. I'm not I'm not ready to be canceled today yet, huh? Like, what if they see me? What if they start, using my picture?
Or
Let them use your picture instead. Your 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 picture isn't showing there, so that if anyone gets doxxed, it's only you for today, based for today's episode. Anyways, hello. Oh, okay. Thanks, Ryan. So Ryan did mention the iconic circus above. Hey, where's my student? Ryan, you know me. Anyways, first things first. Special thank you. A very very special thank you to Ryan, Hans, and Bianca for covering for my absence. We do. Hi, Addy. We do know that co-hosting is a very difficult job, and I'm just happy to be to be back co-hosting again. Yes, this was actually one of my this was my suggestion topic, something that I woke up to. Besides chose violence that day, and I responded. So, anyways, based from last week's episode, uh, we hope that you were able to appreciate the last episodes, the past 2 months, held by our alumni. Um, Although they do need to get the ropes, their intentions were uh, very very well there, and it was very much appreciated from our side. A little bit, Kayan, promise. I really think just like 2 more episodes of sitting in, nandiyan na yung confidence yun. Tingnan nyo si Ryan at si Hans, medyo confident na sila on the camera eh, except when it comes to the crucial question. So we have actually new followers right now because of our topic for today.
is it
So
because
are
of the
we
topic?
Oh, I did discuss the topic on Twitter. I was asking for help for people to help me gather pieces of evidence to present for today. But much later on that. Come on. Uh, have we hit our well? How many minutes are we now? Have we hit our 10-minute mark? Okay, so the ads should be playing by now. Do we have ads that play here? No. So we
No.
only do this for charity. We really just do this for our based from our what from our values, our morals, our what it starts with the letter P, philanthropy, P, philanthropy.
We can't
Anyways,
monetize until we have 1,000
philanthropic
subscribers.
ideals. Hey, you're naghang ka ba? Or are you doing something to me?
No, your camera is hanging. I'm trying to restart your camera and see
Hello?
if that works.
Oh, I think I got disconnected.
Josh, you there? Hello, Josh?
Did you kick me?
No,
Did you just kick me?
no, you
Hello?
disconnected.
Hello? Okay, yeah, we seem to be having a connection problem. So shoot, how am I going to continue my topic for today? Watch us for next week. Anyways,
I mean,
um,
your audio is coming in clear. So, uh,
hello. Really? So it's I wonder who's streaming. Oh no!
Okay. Maybe what we can do is you have you have a presentation, right? It's like the most prepared you've ever been for. Ano. Uh, you wanna send it to me so that ako na lang mag-share? And it's gone. Okay. Technical difficulties. Honestly, not the first time we've had them, but they're actually there.
Hello, hello. Am I back? Am I here?
I mean, we
Please
can
tell
hear
me I'm
you.
here. Am I being cancelled already? Have I been doxxed? Hello? Do you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. I think it's
you're
the ads. That's the part where the ads play. Okay, just put the ads there. Anyways, this stream has been brought to you by Raycon. Raycon earbuds. Am I wearing
Do
Raycon
you
or
have
not?
Raycon actually?
No, but all the cool streamers say that they're sponsored by Raycon. We want to be sponsored too.
Then why not get a sponsor that you actually use? But
Genshin Impact. I haven't I haven't stopped a day. I haven't played today though. Anyways. Oh, if there was one, okay, if I were to ask you, I'm still waiting for that 20 viewership. Uh, how many? What kind of ads would you like to place? Would you like to be sponsored if ever? Don't worry,
uh,
it's related. It's related to our topic.
would I like to be sponsored? Honestly, not really. Parang, for me, this is a side thing. I mean, if I could get paid while I'm doing it, okay, fine. So that means I don't care that much about who's going to sponsor. I mean, as long as as long as it's not something bad, yes. But
Such noble, such noble heart. Addie says she gave us a advice. Sir, don't say good things until they pay you. So let's trash that those ads. Oh, important stuff that we should mention. Very, very important stuff. Things that are happening right now. Things that are we need to take note of. Am I gone? No. Okay, you're just staying still. Okay, that's fine. I'm making sure that I'm still online. Very, very important announcement today. It's Eula's birthday. Yay! Eula from Genshin Impact. Didn't you not get Eula? Did you not get Eula?
no, I don't. Have.
See, that's why you don't appreciate her. How can we get through those domains without her very powerful, powerful attacks?
Dash.
For those that were listening.
Okay, you can stop stalling. There are 23 people already, so
Really? Oh my gosh. Let's make it 30. No, just kidding. No, shout out also not only to Eula for Eula's birthday, but happy birthday, Eula. Also for our students out there that are studying for their Hell Week. Why I didn't hear that from your introduction earlier.
hmm?
Uh, you seem so happy today because you don't have classes this week, right? Don't you? Do
What?
you? Do you?
No, I mean, I have class. Who
You still
doesn't
have
have?
classes?
Well, I mean,
Me.
I'm giving classes for those who will attend. So
Oh, okay, okay. Anyways, shout out to all our students that are currently studying. We did say in our advertisement that um it has been 100% proven by 1 out of 1 students that took the survey that they had become more effective studying by listening into our podcast while in the background. Okay, but good luck to you. This week is gonna be hard, so will be next week. But gapang to akad break talaga yan. So kaya niyo yan. So yay! Here's a thumbs up for you guys.
your
Mark, thumbs up for
screen
them
is
also.
well, I mean, your screen is frozen, so there's no thumbs up.
No! Why? You do the thumbs up for me, please.
No, no. I mean, I will
No,
match
no,
you.
no,
I'm
no, no,
matching you right
no.
now. So I don't.
We sit. No, why am I stuck? Really? How am I going to present now? Am I just gonna
Uh,
say next slide, please?
I mean, did you send it to me?
No, not yet. But are we?
I mean, try
Oh,
presenting, and then we'll see what
okay.
happens.
My last point of agenda before we go on to the presentation, before we hit 30 people. Just kidding. Uh, no, no. Very much related to what I'm going to say. Are we cloud chasers? Would you say we're cloud chasers, considering that we're choosing a topic that was very, very much discussed last week?
mean, do we care if there are a lot of people watching?
No. We may be cloud chasers in this scenario.
Really?
Not for the likes, not for the likes, not for the subscribers. Honestly, really not for the subscribers, but for the most important message. Especially for batch 2022. We're cloud chasers for a particular reason for that message that you'll find out at the end of the stream. So hang in there, stay tuned in, so that you know what in particular reason why we're jumping on in on this topic. Something that is very much related to batch 2022. Because we do have a special message at the end. Right, Mark?
I mean, this is your stream, so I am just
Please.
facilitating your.
Okay, okay, I'll start the presentation. How do you present? Share your screen. Oh, no. Hello? You're still there, right? Just making
Yeah,
sure
yeah.
because I'm not seeing anything right now on my
Are you
go
sharing your
live.
screen?
Yes, I'm now sharing a screen. Is my screen still frozen?
Well, it's not frozen. It's showing the loading, the loading icon.
Eh, oh well. Okay.
It said that you minimize the application.
What? No. Did I? No. It's kung kailan ako ano, kung kailan ako ready at lahat-lahat. Ngayon pa ako is it working? Is it working now?
And it's still loading.
Please work. I don't want to have this next week. It would be stale. Hello? Hello? Oh,
Mm,
am I gone?
no, it's still not there. It's still loading. Yeah, send it to me and I'll share it and then just do the whole next slide thing. Josh, you there? Oh, okay, he's gone. Okay, so while we're waiting for him to come back, uh, what can we do? Hang on, let's see. So it's probably a problem from his end. I think I got a pretty poor connection. Might be the thing. Let's see if he... Okay, I, I I honestly can't do much until he comes back because he's the one who planned this entire topic for today. So I can't even do idle conversation because I might overlap with what he'll say later. Um, okay, let's wait for a bit. Oh,
Hello? Am I back? Am I really back? Hello?
well, we hear you.
Hola. Mark, you have to talk
Mm,
to me. I know you're there.
yeah,
I know everyone else. I'm so sorry everyone that's listening to the stream. It's just uh and I really prepared for this, in fairness. Like legit prepared. Please tell me you see it.
mm, yeah. It says that it's paused and that you've minimized the application.
I did not. Why is it saying that? Well, could you present on my behalf? I shall be your voice. Next slide,
Okay,
please.
just send me that
Oh my gosh, I did messenger.
the messenger.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's the problem.
No, no, no. Okay. Okay. I sent it now. Sorry. Is it my computer that's slow? No. Try presenting. Try presenting. I
Okay,
really
okay.
prepared for this.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Okay. Stop presenting.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, what? Talk to chat muna while I'm checking this file. Josh, you there? Hmm. Hang on, everyone. Josh, hello, Josh. Hmm. Hang on, one moment. Let me just file and
Okay. I restarted. I restarted everything. That should fix it. Hello?
well, I mean, I hear you.
Is it do you hello? You should speak, because I don't know if it's working or not.
I hear you. I hear you. I'm still opening the presentation.
My
Uh,
very presentation that I worked so hard on. You downloaded. So sorry for everyone that's tuning in, that had tuned in or had invested so much into this stream. Okay. I think it's working. I did leave my PC on for a while, so maybe that was a problem.
you restarted your computer?
Yes. And it started really booted up really quick because I bought 16 gig of RAM for this reason alone. So that I can start reboot my computer fast. And also SSD. So problems like this, whenever I get problems with Genshin or Valo, I can come back online again. Yes, Nathan, ang daming viewers kayo because I promised so much on Twitter and I feel like I won't be able to deliver. Am I not presenting? Is it presenting?
And it's still the loading screen.
No, why? Why is it loading? Do I have to do OBS? Am I gonna do OBS and change my?
I mean, I can't even see your own face cam, so doesn't
No,
not gonna help.
why?
What's your video quality on Discord?
Pretty good. That's weird, nga. Everything's coming clear on my side. Oh.
I mean, I can see the preview image in the icon, pero when I try to view the stream, it says stream paused. Hang on. Let me try to disconnect from the call and reconnect. Okay, Josh has gone again. Okay. And the PowerPoint is taking forever to open. I think my computer is also on the verge of. Because honestly, running Discord and streaming to YouTube at the same time uh, already pushes my limit. I don't exactly have a very high-end computer. You're actually there? Hmm.
Is it really not working?
Hang on.
I'm so prepared.
Okay, so I PowerPoint is booting up
Yay.
for a long time.
Yay.
OBS
Why?
is
Why is it?
freezing in the moment. Audio is still coming in at per least, pero oh,
Eh,
uh,
Jamie says, makakancel na si Sir Q in line with today's online culture topic. Hey, it means that I am on cue with today's theme. I'm canceling myself. Kailangan na po natin ng streaming setup sponsor. Oh my gosh. Was it because I said sponsor? Time to manifest. Thanks so
okay.
much, guys, for the support. I'm so sorry. We hit 32 viewers. I failed to deliver.
Okay. I see your frozen face cam. So that's an improvement.
Thank you.
Um,
Yay.
hang on. Let me see if I can share. But I remember last time I shared it also pushed my computer to the brink. So worst case is you'll be blind and you'll just watch the presentation from YouTube.
Yeah. I got you. I got you. I got you. I
Uh,
got you. I got you.
hang on.
Now, take note. I did really take put much care into the PowerPoint, making sure that I remove names so that in line with, and there was a lot of legal research behind this. Like I really put my heart and soul into try to relate how you can put into how you can relate the law into actions, and every action have its own consequence. And then Spider-Man, that with great power comes great responsibility. And no, I didn't add that, but I should have added that. Now that I think of it about it,
Wait, what? Is that screen?
now I'm
Uh,
just thinking ourselves.
that's weird. Hang on. Let me try that again.
I wonder if the PowerPoint itself is bugged. Like I put that, when you talk about what was that the Candyman, Candyman, Candyman. If you say the Candyman name 5 times, it summons him, and then so could it be that I used I put her name was pasted, copy and pasted so much that this happened.
Hmm.
We have how viewers tuning in to see our failed. By the way, this doesn't happen in all our streams, okay? Like ngayon lang. I don't know why.
And screen.
I wonder if it's Discord though. Should we transfer to Gmeet? No, we can't. We don't have the OBS setup for that.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be too hard. Okay, fine.
Sir Dimo,
Let's I'm going to switch to uh I'm going to switch to my desktop scene, uh, and basically
okay.
they'll just hear us. Oh, okay, hang on.
Hi. So welcome to my TED Talk. Man,
Okay, there. So it's going to be a pure presentation. I guess I can insert my camera. So
good evening. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our talk for tonight. Title page. I forgot to change the title page. I couldn't think, but it was more on. It was going on along the lines of beside Twitter versus stand Twitter. In this relation, there was a huge bardagulan. Bardag bardag. How do you say it, Mark?
I have no idea.
Big fight. Big fight. So we're going to take a deep dive into the online culture. As you mentioned, online culture stretches not only into Twitter, but Facebook has its own culture of its own. Something that I'm shying away from because it's so much different. It's a whole different generation. Twitter is a whole different generation. Also, where do we fit in now, Mark? What would you say? What online platform do we fit in?
Uh,
Gmeet.
Friendster?
Wag naman, Friendster. Kawawa. We're not fine. Yes, that was our age. Okay. So this is what we're going to talk about. So next page, please. I'm so not used to this.
Uh,
So I have to go along with you so that you know. It all started with this tweet. Neil, both our students and even Mark's advisory student here.
Wait,
So
you asked
this
permission,
is
right?
yeah, I did. Don't worry. I made
Okay.
sure I asked permission. Hold on. With Twitter being so scary, of course I had to ask permission. Anyways, uh, Mark, in your words, could you please read it out loud? Can you read the tweet out loud for
I
us?
can't even read it. What's even that
Oh,
first word?
see,
Bahigi?
okay, very good. 1 point. Plus points for you. Buti hindi tayo kita. Our
uh,
cats are not seen. Okay,
okay.
next word, please.
So stands. Okay, I've heard that word before.
Go
Uh,
ahead.
really be voting her instead of, I guess Bora is another person, not the place. Uh,
Okay.
shouting or Mashro, like WTF, go girl, give us nothing. I Okay, so
Hashtag.
I'm guessing hashtag Bahi.
Hashtag.
I have no idea. So
Very good.
I'm guessing Bahi, Bora, shouting, and Mashur are people, right?
Yes, very good. Okay, now in
Okay.
this scenario, people are actually applauding you for reading it out loud, and this is what it looks to us for everyone that's here in on our chats right now. On our comment section. This is what looks to us how we read it out loud. Everything's so foreign, and that's what we're going to do. It's a give and take session for today, and we're going to ask for your help to help us understand what is this online culture that we're missing on. Are we happy that we should learn from this and jump in as well, or is it something that we should refrain from? Now, what else do you see from that tweet that seems a little bit maybe noteworthy? I'm not
Oh,
gonna say
oh,
alarming. I'm not gonna say
oh, oh. I've paid attention to this. And I've watched a few YouTube videos who know how to review these things. So you look at the quote tweets versus the likes. So there
very
are
good, very good.
500.
We're not like this in class, by the way. But uh, there's a term for this. There's a term that is called for this. What's it called? You get
I think I see it in the chat. It's ratio. Is that the term?
Ve- okay. Very good. Nice one, Mark. Okay, so see, Sir Tarcy is enjoying, and let's see if this enjoyment is something that worth enjoying or worth being troubled for. Anyways, so ratio, Mark, for you back then in when we were, you know, youngsters. What was the term ratio used for?
Ratio was just a math term.
'Di ba? Like, I don't understand what ratio was, and like people would say, and people would actually literally comment ratio, and they would be the ones with the most likes. So why? Well, so based from your knowledge, your current knowledge, probably you're more knowledgeable than me. Based from your knowledge, what do you mean by being ratioed?
I guess so from what I understand on the few. Okay, just to clarify, I did not watch tutorials on how to understand tweets. I I watched some YouTube video commentaries that focused on certain tweets, and they mentioned the term. So that's how I'm sort of familiar. And I guess it refers to the ratio between the tweets between the likes. Because if you agree with the tweet, normally people will just like. But by quoting the tweet, you can sort of give your rebuttal or your disagreement. So if you see that kind of ratio. Ganun yun.
Yay! Yes, yes, yes. Very good, very good, very good. So you got it. We already understand the basic things to understand how to Twitter. Like if there was Twitter for dumb people, we'd be these are the things that we should be looking for, I guess. But yeah, that's being ratioed. It talks about that if your quote tweets are larger than your likes, it might mean that something's off, and not lot of people agree it, because there's no dislike function. We're With social media trying to provide a place for positivity, people find other ways to spread negativity. So without a dislike button, people will find other ways. So the other way, which is by quote tweet. And what do you look at? How do you appreciate this ratio from what you're seeing right now? The
Okay. I mean,
508 to 146. Is it
uh,
big?
I mean, I would say it's big. It's almost 5 times.
Oh,
Around.
okay.
Is that big,
Uh,
or I don't know.
I don't know actually. But I think so. It's pretty big based from what we're seeing from the comments right now. Uh, you get pretty famous, I guess, when you, when you hit. From what I've seen in comments with 300 retweets, you're pretty famous now. So, next slide, please. So with this, we see messages as to what the quote retweets are. Are Mark, next slide.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's there.
Is it there?
Yeah, yeah, it's
Oh yeah,
there.
it's really so you'd have comments that would come off like this. Now, this is one thing. Oh, by the way, can you go back one slide again? Sorry. I forgot.
Oh, go.
Okay, based from what you're seeing here right now,
Hmm.
from what Neil said, Bahi stands really be voting her instead of Bora, shouting, or Mashiro, like WTF, go girl, give us nothing. How do you think how do you understand, or how do you appreciate this tweet? Like, is it something that would give off strong emotional vibes off from you?
The vibes I'm giving off are confusion. So I don't think I count. I'm not the target demographic here.
uh, you're not a target demographic, that's true, but as a normal person, do you think that
So
it
I'm
would
not. I mean,
no okay, as a layman, as someone who doesn't understand these things,
Hmm.
uh is it something that, do you think that would uh how would I say, elicit such quote retweets?
Okay. I mean, I guess I can tell that this is a sort of, I don't know,
Oh,
slightly
no,
edging
okay.
into ano. Parang
Oh, it's
if you
like edging into what?
into
More on. Sorry, I'm gonna stop you there before we go on. What do you see the intent of this tweet is?
yun nga, parang ano, it feels slightly into uh, edgy uh, edgy comedy, almost bashing, I suppose. Parang maybe
You
not
think?
bashing. It's not really bashing.
Okay,
Parang
really? You
uh,
see it bashing?
no, no. Parang
Not to take sides. Okay, honestly, not to take sides. I know you love your photon kids. I know. Oh, really? You don't?
no, no. I mean, pero let's see. I honestly can't really understand that. Okay,
Okay.
so I'm reading the words again over and over and trying to see. Okay, so okay, what I'm understanding here is this sounds so
Yeah.
weird. Okay, so Neil is criticizing people for voting for a person that they like.
You got it. You got it. There, very good. That word, criticism or criticizing. In this scenario, you're seeing the statement as a criticism. Am I right? We're both on the same page regarding
Yeah,
this.
okay.
Do you think that it's, like you said, it was edging on, like edgy or something like
I mean
dark humor or
the last
something?
part of the last part of the tweet parang goes to
Give us
parang
nothing.
more
So
of
the part give us
a
nothing.
mm,
So more like patama, like legit na like. But do you think it's okay? Now my question is it valid criticism?
I mean, it's criticism. Every criticism is valid. Uh,
Really? Would you say every criticism is valid?
well, I mean, at the very least, everyone is allowed to give their own critique, whether or
Yeah,
not
very good.
a critique should be
Okay.
taken seriously is something different.
Okay, so at least you delineated between the two that everyone is entitled to their own criticism. One, that's true. But you also departed from what you said that every criticism is valid. So you're retracting that now that it has to depend on the context and on the severity, right?
Mm, yeah.
Okay, these are leading questions which are not allowed in court, but we're not in court. Anyways, oh my gosh, 50 viewers. Why? Uh, with two teachers struggling reading what this enigma of a tweet is, which created such a flurry of comments. Thank you very much for the 50 viewers. I didn't put a chain mail message to the tweet, but anyways, so we see this as criticism, and of course, we're going to expect criticism back based from how we criticize, right?
Hmm.
Okay, so very good. We're on the same page in relation. I'm not saying very good. I said yes, very good. Gets or I'm leading you to something, but no, but more on to it's is it progress? Am I saying you're progressing now into the age of the what do we call them? Zoomers? Oh, ayoko naman tawagin Zoomers. Uh, but okay, next page. So in relation to this next page, we can see that did elicit several criticisms back towards him. But the severity as to how he was criticized based from his critic is very out there. And that's what we're going to discuss a bit about today. How do we talk about online criticism and to what extent? Or is this just going to be like something it's a meme. It shouldn't be taken seriously. Therefore, it has no bearing and we should let it go. Doesn't matter. It's Twitter. It's Twitter culture. We can just let it go. It has no bearing. But the thing is, it does have real world impacts. And we'll get to that much, much later on into this presentation of TED Talk. Right now, we're going to have our 15-minute break presentation.
Hello, Josh, you there? Hello? Was he serious about that whole break thing? Um, hang on. What the heck? Josh, you there? Hang on. Josh?
Hello? Did I really get to go? What was the last thing I said?
We're taking a 15-minute break.
What the heck? Is someone actually tuning into RC right now? Kicking me out at the right time? Earlier the ads, now the break. No, I didn't mean that. Please. Sorry. Oh my god. Is it is it is it her? Is it really her that's
Okay.
actually haunting right now? It is Halloween, so anyways. Hi. Hi. I just got kicked out by Mark somehow, but I'm back. Next slide, please. So we're going to talk about as to how do we properly understand what should be valid criticism or what should be posted. What are
Uh,
the actions that we should do?
wait, question.
What's wrong?
What's this?
Yes, go
What's
ahead.
this hashtag? Can you read that? How?
I
How? Debut. Okay, okay. So, okay,
so
okay.
a debut, Mark.
No,
What do you
no.
think a
Okay,
debut is?
I get it. I
No,
get it
no, no.
again.
So that we're on the same page.
Wait.
Debut when
So
everyone
I
reaches
is
18
so
years old.
is this person? Wait. As in debut na parang becoming
No.
18 or parang debut na
See,
this is a new
debut na
So
a
this
new.
Bai is a new person, a new uh, idol pop star. I know. Is she an idol pop star, singer, I don't know, dancer?
Okay. Now, with those questions, we're diving into the content rather than the the mechanics on how to criticize.
Okay,
But
okay.
okay, to help you out because our chat is a little bit allergic about mentioning that name. She's actually a K-pop idol. Well, would I say she is a K-pop idol? Let's see what the
Okay.
comments say. Is she? No, but more on there's this reality TV show that there are contestants that are vying for a
Um.
specific spot
Okay.
to
Okay.
be
Okay.
part of a group that would be debuted by that uh, company, that entertainment company. So in this scenario, they're trying to try to fit in whoever is the popular one that wins gets that spot into that dance group.
Okay, okay, okay. Got it.
She needs
Okay,
more training. Oh my gosh, wait. The trainees. They're called trainees.
okay. Next slide.
Okay, so what are the actions that we can do online? Not reactions, but more on actions. What are we're allowed to actually comment on? What are we? Sorry, let me get this straight. What are the actions that we are allowed to do on Twitter? So we're allowed to tweet. That's one thing, but more on what are the guidelines out there that are intended so that we know what to be tweeted or what are the limits of our tweet. And Twitter actually was very transparent, excuse me, as to what are the tweets that are allowable. So I want to read out loud. Sorry for the white background out there. I know suddenly your screen splashed out there. Uh, I wanted to make a contrast as to the rules are on white while the actual happenings, the status quo are in dark Twitter mode because my Twitter's are actually in dark mode. That's how I screen cap. Anyways, the Twitter rules. The Twitter's purpose is to serve the public conversation. So remember, public conversation to make it converse, to make engage people to talk about something. And what Niels? Oh no, I want to leave it to you, Mark, as the layman here.
Hmm.
You're going to decide, was it something that really meant to be conversive? Okay, so violence, harassment, and other similar types of behavior discourage people from expressing themselves. Exactly what I was talking about. Twitter apparently has it here. I'm reading this for the first time. And ultimately diminish the value of our global public conversation. Our rules are to ensure all people can participate in the public conversation freely and safely. And they have three rules, three cardinal important rules that what are things that are allowed to be tweeted and what are things that aren't allowed to be tweeted. And they're under safety, privacy, and authenticity. Next slide, please. It's so weird saying next slide, please. Not even a button to press.
Okay, go.
Okay. Um, Oh, I also have the next slide on my part. So, safety. Safety is very clear. It has several guidelines, such as on violence against terrorism, violent extremism, child sexual exploitation, abuse, harassment, hateful conduct, suicide or self harm, sensitive media, including graphic violence and adult culture, and illegal or certain regulated goods or services. Now, my question to you, Mark, was Neil's nickname ba talaga ni Neil was Neil? I wonder.
Hmm?
I know. Was Neil's nickname really Neil?
I think there was another
You
nickname, pero
Yeah, I
I
remember
call
there
him
was
Neil.
another nickname. Okay. Anyways, with regards to Neil's tweet, is there anything close to what would it fall under? Could it have been? And did it fall actually under such a safety
Violence.
violation? Was it
Uh,
violence? Grabe.
no, no, no. There's nothing. Nothing close. Nothing.
No. So let's just see. In relation to this, would it be violence? Not so much because it says threaten violence against an individual or group of people. It did not apparently. His
Hmm.
criticism wasn't actually threatening anyone. Terrorism, oh my gosh, really? We already have the problem of red tagging here in the Philippines. What more? Idadagdag pa yun. Child sexual exploitation. Mm, the thing is, the idol in the trainee in subject was is indeed a child. So, but however, it was nothing about her being a child, right? What do you think?
And
Okay.
there's no sexual exploitation, is there?
Yeah. So, not that I can see, or based from what you've read, nothing, right?
Yeah, nothing.
Again, normal layman. Just don't read too much into it. Normal layman.
Okay, okay.
It's understandable we're normal layman here. Abuse harassment. You think it's bordering on harassment?
Mm, I mean, critiquing, being edgy in humor. I mean, nah, if,
Mm,
pretty far. It's
Okay,
a stretch to
pretty
consider it.
far from. Okay, the next one, hateful conduct. Would you consider, however, that critic to be hateful?
Hmm. I mean, it's edgy, but not hateful.
Now, if we talk about something where an idol trains, and does everything in front of the camera, and then someone out there on Twitter, such as Neil, says she gives us nothing, would it be hateful? Would you consider it hateful?
That's kind of a stretch. Parang,
It is. It feels like a stretch in this
mm,
scenario. Right. So Not that I'm leading you, okay? Again, not leading. Let me know if how you feel. Suicide or self harm? Yes, no, no,
Definitely not.
not okay. Sensitive media, including graphic violence and adult content? No, not really.
Mhm.
Illegal and certain regulated goods or services? Not so much. So one thing that would most likely fall under, if ever, Neil's tweet would might be under hateful conduct. Now let's go a little bit deeper into this. You violence against, threaten, or harass other people on the basis of race, ethnicity, national origin. Case, case. That's case, right? How do you say that's case? How do you say that?
Cast.
Cast. Oh my gosh, cast. Woo! So my teacher. No, that's what gets me canceled. Caste, sexual orientation, gender identity, religious affiliation, age, disability, or serious disease. Now that hateful conduct had been more fine, although there is a learn more there. I forgot to press onto that. But question: did any of the words of Neil touch on these topics, such as um, basis of race, ethnicity, national origin, caste, sexual orientation, gender identity, religion, affiliation, age, disability, serious disease.
No.
More on her.
Uh, or on her not being a good idol, I guess.
Okay, so yeah, fr- from a layman's term, there you have it. Sort Mike say it out there. Okay, um, but again, okay, you have to understand the reason why we're talking about this is because we're the most impartial to come out here to talk about this because we're so clueless about whether or not she is a good idol or not. We're saying it how it is. And we're not afraid to actually bash our students because that is our role to make sure that our
To bash our
students
students.
to bash our students. So, to make sure that they behave themselves. But again, so far, based from what we've read, nothing so much. Okay, next slide, please.
Eh, there.
Oh, I forgot the next slide on my side also. Privacy. So it talks about privacy. Private information may not be published, or you may not publish or post other people's private information of home, phone number, address without their express authorization and permission. And non-consensuality nudity. You may not post or share intimate photos or videos of someone that were produced or distributed without their consent. Okay, so nothing related here. So far, with the tweet of Neil, nothing, right?
Yep.
Okay, okay, yes. And finally, authenticity. We talk about um so it's all about the truthful and genuineness of the tweet. So it talks about platform manipulation and scam, civic integrity, impersonation, sympathetic and manipulated media. Oh my gosh. Synthetic. Okay. And manipulated media. Sorry. That's a whole different thing. Yung sympathetic about Saikuno. Oh my gosh. That's a different discussion about anyways, copyright and trademark. All right. So far Neil's tweet apparently so far the standards of what it is to be on Twitter.
Hmm.
However, as a citizen of the Philippines, you have to always remember that you are bound by the laws of the land. So next
Okay.
slide. We have to make sure that what is the proper conduct as to in relation to how should one person, more particularly a citizen of the Philippines, have to conduct themselves in the Philippines. And this is something that not a lot of people. We're going into the legal aspect now. Okay, aside from the rules, contractual rules that you have with Twitter, now we're going to the legal rules as to your obligation as a citizen. What are the rules that you are bound by the state, by the law of the land to do? And in this scenario, it says, am I still online? Just making sure. Hello,
Yeah,
Mark. Are
you're
you here?
online.
Okay. Okay. We have the Civil Code of the Philippines, which is Republic Act 386, a very, very old Republic Act. It was passed during if I'm not mistaken, during the Spanish time. Pa. It had been amended several times, but still, that had been left behind are still the same rules that are very important. And in Chapter 2, Article 19, it says, every person must, in the exercise of his rights and the performance of his duties, act with justice, give everyone his due, and observe honesty and good faith. Okay? And that's very important. Something that everyone in every action that they do, whether it be exercising your right to free speech, your right to criticize, everything, make sure that you act with justice, give everyone their due, and observe honesty and good faith. Let's um let's visit it again. The tweet. Do you think it's so far? Okay, we'll come back to the tweet much later. Article 20. Every person who, contrary to law, willfully or negligently causes damage to another shall indemnify the latter for the same. Mean to say, the moment that you cause damage to another, or if you hurt someone, harm someone in any way, whether it be physical, morally, emotionally, mentally, there is a responsibility that your actions create a consequence. And that's what we call a legal responsibility. Okay. Article 21. By the way, sorry, please bear with us. This is the last part of the civil code. Any person who willfully causes loss or injury to another person in a manner that is contrary to morals, good customs, public policy shall compensate the latter for damages. This one, we're not talking about damages as in to be compensated as to the money and so on and so forth. But we're talking about it's real. Any action you perform has real consequences out there, whether it be in jest or if it's intent. It says in Article 21, the the shoot the word oh my gosh, I forgot what word we used. The bounce word, the pop out word. The important word here should be willfully caused. Okay, I mean to say there was an intention. It wasn't a reaction. It wasn't intentionally performed to cause harm, to cause these emotions out of it. Okay. Now, the next slide, please. Very important. Marvel, yay! Did you, or did I just say
Yeah,
it
no,
before it's
it's
good? Okay. Okay. Um, no, it's very important because you have to understand the reason why we perform actions, there is a reason behind it. Because sometimes that reason might be out of not to perform harm to another, but to avenge for another. And remember, in uh, Iron Man did actually mention this in the first Avengers movies. If we can't protect the Earth, we can be damn sure we'll avenge it. In this scenario, what does it mean? There are actions that we do in our lives that, oh, logically, we know it's going to harm others, but we, because of our sense of justice, it needs to be done. We need to put justice in our own hands, and therefore we use these actions. We use our hands, our fists, our actions against others to make sure that we know we're actually using justice against you. We're acting out because of your initial act done. So in Avengers, if you still remember, who was the first one that started the war?
uh,
Quiz time.
Thanos.
Oh, Avengers one. Avengers one. This movie. Who was the one
Loki.
who? Okay, Loki. So being oh, remember what happened between Loki and the Hulk? Remember
Okay.
what Hulk did in Dark Towers? What did he do to Loki?
In what?
In Avengers 1, what did he do?
The ragdoll thing?
Yeah, see, you remember. Oh, Carl says it's Thanos actually that started it all. Oops. Okay, so maybe you were right. Fine. But yeah, the ragdoll thing. Question: was it right? Was that action done hurting him, hurting Loki? Right?
Uh,
It caused damage to him, right? He was hurt from it. He actually gave up after that, because they did indeed have a Hulk on their team. Uh, but in this scenario, it hurt. But next slide, it talks about justifying actions. Mean to say, what if you do a wrong because someone else did a wrong first and you're trying to correct it? So in this scenario, we're going to talk about justifying circumstances. Particularly, it's found in the penal code that if you do, okay, we're talking about wrongs, crimes. So what are, oh my gosh, I'm jumping it ahead. So acts and omissions punishable by law are felonies. You don't have, by the way, please don't just gloss over this alone. Felonies are committed not only by the means of deceit, but also by means of fault. I'm actually reviewing at the same time as I'm doing these talks. So it's actually helpful for me when it comes to my criminal law exam. But more on, it says deceit or fault. I mean to say, if it's intentional or unintentional, any act you do that hurts another will be punishable. So there is deceit when the act is performed with deliberate intent, and there is fault when the wrongful act results in imprudence, negligence, lack of foresight, or lack of skill. You point the gun at me and fire the gun, that's intent. You, uh, I sit beside you and you brandish off your gun unintentionally. You fire the trigger and shoot me. That's negligence. Okay, so that's a
Mm-hmm.
difference. There are difference as to what you do willfully and what you do knowingly.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it does says here, acts and omission is punishable by law. Okay, so what is the law as a regard to what is the action being sought out here that might be harmful, hurtful, something that they're attributing towards Neil? In the scenario, they're saying it's libelous. So, what is libel? Promise, this is the last slide. I'm sorry, everyone. A libel is a public and malicious imputation of a crime or a vice or defect, real or imaginary, any act of omission, condition, status, or circumstance tending to cause the dishonor, discredit, or contempt of a natural or judicial person, or to blacken the memory of one who is dead. Now, question: would you consider Neil's uh, tweet to be libelous
Okay, okay. Let's go through it. As a layman, I shall go through it
as a
bit
layman?
by bit. Okay. Um, Imputation of a crime, not a crime. Of a
Not a
vice, not
crime.
a vice.
Mm-hmm.
Defects. Okay, so maybe it could be implied that Neil was saying that he's not a good idol. So I guess it's a
Okay,
stretch, but
so
yeah, okay,
it could
maybe.
be a stretch.
Okay, or any act, omission, condition, status, or circumstance tending to the cause, the dishonor. I mean, if you say that someone's not a good idol when they're trying to be an idol, I guess it would be kind of dishonoring a little bit and discrediting or contempt of a natural or juridical person. So I don't see
Wait,
any
wait, wait, wait.
juridical person.
We
But
have to mention we have to mention in the chat we have the star of the show, Neil. Neil's here. Hi, Neil. Anyway, so thank you very much for joining us. Oh, Sir Tarcy is judging you right now.
I mean, sana yan.
Okay,
Okay.
in this scenario, in order to prevent libel from happening, it needs to be proven whether or not there is justification for that mention.
Mhm.
Um, so when it comes to like if you're going to impute a crime to someone, it needs to be proven whether or not that person did indeed commit a crime. In this scenario, if it's a criticism about someone who doesn't perform well on stage, what is the best way to prove whether or not that is true?
Uh, they lose.
No, no, I mean, what is what's the mechanism? What's the mechanism to figure out whether or not that person is saying indeed that makes sure that that person is a judge like this actually give nothing. Is there a
Uh,
mechanism to actually determine the performance of one person?
it's a judge competition, right? So
That's very good. So the judging mechanism is the one that determines whether or not indeed. So by the way, we're not lawyering for Nila. I'm just saying as it is that this has to provide that whether or not libel is true or not, uh it can be based from what are the facts and circumstances of the case. And it says it's a judging competition, therefore, based from the previous judgment, is Neil's statement actually true? Now, okay. Um we're not going to go to the future because something did happen in the contest that actually uh invalidate everything that we're talking about right now. But at that time when Neil made that tweet, it seems like that uh based from his from what he sees, based from the results, it seems like it's imbalanced. Okay, next slide, please. Therefore, what did criticism, so backlash and so on and so forth. Did you go next slide?
yeah, yeah, it's
Oh
chapter
yeah,
two.
it did. So actions performed in retaliation of something else. I put a meme there. Okay, I'm updated by the way. Just kidding. Do you know that meme? I don't know, but
Yeah,
I've seen
I've
it a
seen
lot.
it.
But I don't know where it's from. Do you know where it's from?
No idea.
See, me too. But I like it. Anyways, um, In the penal code, it does say justifying circumstances. Means to say if you perform a crime, okay, me, I punch you. What would you do?
Uh,
Quick think. Like, what's your reaction?
wait, I pat you back.
Okay, exactly. Hindi ka magsusumo kay mama at papa, right? Like, you just punch me back. Okay, so in this scenario, um, it's not two rights make a wrong, but it's our feeling ourselves feel like we're justifying it because you an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. In this scenario, me hitting you might have been a whole different reason, but you hitting me back is based solely from the violence that I used against you.
I
In
mean,
this
I
scenario,
might have other reasons.
you're staying away from what I say. May partner ba tayo after ito?
I
Anyways,
continue.
so in our penal code actually provides that there are justifying circumstances. Meaning to say, the following do not incur any criminal liability. Anyone who acts in defense of his personal rights, provided the following circumstances concur. First, there's an unlawful aggression. Second, reasonable necessity of the means employed to prevent or repel it. And third, lack of sufficient provocation on of the person defending himself. Now, in this scenario, okay, nothing happened. Me just punching you, wala lang. First things first. You punch back. In this scenario, everything checks out. First, there was an unlawful aggression, which was me.
Mm-hmm.
I unlawfully used aggression on you. There
Mm-hmm.
was no legal reason for me to use that aggression against you. Second, reasonable necessity of the means employed to prevent or repel it. You
Mm-hmm.
used your hands to stop me from hitting you. Third, lack of sufficient provocation on the part of the person defending himself. There was nothing prior to our lives that had made me provoke that you did to provoke me to hit you first.
Mm, that's
So in
true.
this scenario, you're justified. Oh, not really
Mhm.
just true. You have a lot of things that you've done. Anyways, based on that example. Now, had I punched you and you took out your and shot me 5 times, do you think that would be justifying?
Where did I shoot you?
Well, where would you want to shoot me 5 times?
I mean,
5 times in the head?
oh no, I mean like in your hands, then your foot, and then so I don't know.
Okay, let's
That's
say
four.
in my hands and foot. So if you say you shoot me in my hands and my feet, do you think it is the reasonable necessity of the means employed to prevent or repel it?
They are immobilizing shots, but okay, no, no. I mean, maybe one shot.
Maybe okay, actually, okay. I could argue in this scenario, but if you miss, it's not gonna be immobilizing. But okay, but um, it does seem a little bit more.
Mm,
I mean to say, the aggression you used back against me to prevent me from doing more might be a little bit too much. Okay,
mhm,
so it's like bring a gun to a knife fight, right?
mhm,
And lack of of the defending himself. I mean to say, you didn't do anything. Let's say, you teased me. What are the things that you could tease me about? There's nothing you could tease me about. I
that's true.
boxed you. And I beat you in boxing back then, so there's pretty not what can you oh fine. Nagpisay ka. That's your pisay advantage. Yun na lang.
Well, okay, weird,
Um you say
weird point, but okay.
weird flex. Weird flex. You say that pisay ako, hindi ka pisay. Uh
No,
okay,
no.
and I got hurt.
The thing I do say is hindi ka nag-promil.
Oh, no. Okay, fine. Yeah, yeah. Okay, that okay, now everyone knows. For the information to everyone, Sir Mark, Mark and Nathan actually had Promil for their formula as babies, and I think that's why they were so smart rather than me. Like I was, but Nido. I mean, it was really
Hindi mo
good, but
natanido. Grabe naman.
I didn't get Promil, so yun. They got the Pisay advantage because of that, and because I got so hurt, I punched him. Now in this scenario, we couldn't say na there was provocation on his part to warrant me from hitting him. Therefore, him hitting me back is not wouldn't allow him this justifying circumstance. Okay, now back to the dark mode. Let's go next slide. I'm so sorry. I think mas sakit na yung mga mata niyo from all that white screen. Now my question is, uh based from actually I'm showing the wrong it's actually I think I'm showing the wrong law provision. But more on based from the laws that I mentioned earlier, that the how one person should conduct himself, uh does it seem that what Neil say is something that would be so provocative?
No, can't see it.
No, are you just saying that because Neil is here, or
No, I mean, I honestly, I'm saying because I don't. I think it's more because I don't get it. Parang, okay, he doesn't like something. Okay, parang so what?
exactly. That's what you're saying. He doesn't like something, and he's asking people more. I guess he's asking people, give me reasons why I should agree to what's happening right now. Okay. Now, my next slide question: Are is would this be a justified response back, or more on is this level of aggression something that falls within justifiable means,
Hmm, is there
or does it
aggression?
make sense? Like, is the argument that is the criticism Neil posits, tama ba? Or posts in front of poses. I guess poses
Hmm.
imposes. Is it something? Is this answer what he says?
Okay, wait lang. Basahin ko. Ba't namin umoboto yung iba kung by-stand kami? What's SJ, SJ, SJ?
Yeah, well, what's the SGS? Everyone in chat, can you help us out?
Uh, hmm.
I
Okay,
think
but
that's
okay,
ha
going
in a
back to
different
ano,
language.
going back to the tweet itself. Honestly, it's not ano. Is it bashing?
Oh,
Parang
they call it keyboard smash. But why are
oh,
keyboard smashing with two fingers only?
okay, okay. Pero honestly, it feels like an okay response to the initial tweet kasi parang
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
explaining why they have a reason. Kasi yun nga, parang so Neil's tweet was uh, ano, parang critiquing the stance for voting her just because I guess
Okay.
their stance. And
Okay.
then this one is saying, okay, the reason that this because of their stance, that's why they'll vote ano, her, right?
Okay. So, okay, it does kind of make sense in a way that it doesn't really explain, but kind of says now because we're like this, that's why we do this. So, okay, kinda. Don't worry, this isn't the. I'm not jumping right down to the deep end already, but try
Mm,
to warm you up. Don't worry. Next slide, please.
okay, I mean nothing aggressive here. Parang uh, I don't know, but I find this funny. I mean,
So, does it answer the question of what Neil
not
was
an answer, more
posing?
of I guess their own comment on what they
Opinion.
feel
Okay.
about what was said.
All right. Nothing hurtful. Nothing that feels that a bit aggressive so far.
No, I don't see anything.
Okay. Oh, SJ is more symmetrical on mobile compared to haha. Oh,
Ah, okay, that makes sense.
okay. Why do you go on? Oh yeah, you're on Twitter. Most likely you're on the phone. Okay. Next slide, please.
Okay. Hala, tanga, of course, will vote her because we stand her. TF. Okay, I know what TF is,
Okay.
I think.
Team Fortress.
Anyway.
That was a TF during our time. Well,
Okay.
okay.
So, yeah, pretty much the same sentiments as the first one, except there's an added ano, attack on the character. So, may tanga na ano, nagdag na
Oh.
unnecessary.
Now, I think that the comment that Neil made does it show him being quote unquote tanga, a characteristic of being
I
tanga.
mean, maybe it depends on the ano, the sphere. Kasi if you're, kasi is Neil putting himself inside the community of Bayistans, I guess, no? So
Mm.
maybe inside that circle, he would be considered as unknowledgeable. Hence the call out na tanga.
Stick to the script. Stick to the script. Baka ma-cancel talaga tayo ng taga-Pisay. I'm just kidding.
I
I'm
mean,
just kidding. We really don't have a script. We don't really don't have a script. But yeah, if he puts himself out there, it seems like he would be. It's as though that he's unknowledgeable about what's happening inside that sphere.
depending on what circle of people that you put yourselves in.
Okay. Now, even if that person is always comes out always last in previous yet still wins in contests in votes by fans, does that change your answer? Or is that
Oh,
influencing you? I'm
so
not sure if that was the case though. Was that the case? People in chat, could you help me out? We're very clueless on
so
her story.
basically crowd favorite, but not much in terms of judge favorite. Is that what
I
happened?
can't say. I feel like that's what I've been reading off of it, but everyone in chat suddenly became so. Sir, watch their performance. Oh my gosh, pinapanood ba tayo? Oh, I meant watch their performances as to judge them.
uh,
Baka tamaan kami ng banner hammer. We might get copyrighted bigla. Yes, okay. We will watch it later on. Like off stream, give us a link. We'll watch it.
okay, so next.
Okay, yes, next. This was right after she was announced as fifth in interim ranking. Okay, I didn't
Okay,
know understand interim ranking, but fifth daw.
okay,
Solo stance mo
haters
talaga maboto
gone
sa kanya.
panic mode that they got brain death. All the girls are talented and deserve to debut. Those girls have their own fans and he,
Copy ka ba?
lights are for
Okay.
I
Kaya ba yan?
I'm
Yeah, it's
okay,
okay.
let's
Watch it if you have to. Again, we're
let's
reading as laymen.
let's have a healthy competition. Good luck. Okay, I
Okay,
mean
so
the last sentence, that's good. The first one kind of I mean I guess it falls under the edgy satire. Na parang uh yung kind of parang throwing is the right the term throwing back? No, throwing back's different. Ano, basta parang kind of answering the initial edginess dun sa unang tweet. So,
mm,
a little
like a
taking it
tit
a bit
for tat.
further, taking it a little further, pero still, I think still within the,
The
yeah, I don't
realm
know.
of valid.
It's kind of on the it's kind of on the line though. Parang, kasi yun nga, parang
Okay.
it's
So like
directly
stepping on
attacking
the
the
line,
person.
like
Yeah.
literally stepping over, but still stepping on the line. Okay, okay, okay. Next.
Okay, being biased and dumb are a total different thing. Okay. Right now, this guy here is being dumb after he clearly said by his stance, just vote for your fave and don't talk shit about anyone like that. You're the one giving them nothing by spitting out trash. Okay, so that part
Go ahead.
about giving us nothing, so is that actually a serious parang accusation? Kasi parang the way that they talk about it, uh, so is that talking shit? Parang
I don't know. Like, is that how people talk nowadays? As to
parang
yeah,
okay,
talking shit.
if we're playing a game and I say you're not very good, is that talking shit? Parang I mean,
Oh, okay. So they say that it's meme. Like if you give us nothing, it's like you're memeing on someone.
oh
It's
okay,
a so like go girl, give us nothing. Started as a meme. Mm.
oh we're
Would you
learning a
say
lot
it's
here.
talk shit though? Yeah, actually, me too. Like, where did it come from though? Like, I said, it's not Mean Girls because I pretty know Mean Girls, but I feel like that's meaner than Mean Girls.
Okay, so Sam said that it means the person isn't contributing anything. Okay, so uh, on the line of harsher criticism, maybe some people can say that it's uh, trash talking.
Would it?
So,
Because if I legit when I read it, I thought it was just like literally legit criticism no memes attached. So that's what
Mm.
a layman personally I saw.
Yeah, I mean, pero I
Again,
guess
not defending Neil.
if you're in the community and parang you see that parang this and knowing the meme and then seeing that meme being applied to your favorite idol, then parang parang it would definitely I guess be categorized as talking shit for this person. Um,
Okay. So they say it's
hmm,
from Gossip Girl, from the Gossip Girl series. The new one, the old one. I guess the old one.
I haven't watched. Have you watched Gossip Girl?
Mm, Gossip Girl was so I kind of got spoiled na rin. So, but
Okay.
like Go
So,
Girl, Give Us Nothing. So
uh,
like when we're talking with each other, none of us are giving topics for the next stream. Like
I mean,
I'd type on Twitter and say, "Go girl, give us nothing," like that. Parang,
I feel like that's a
I guess
stretch. But
you have to know the meme.
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my gosh, people are judging us. I guess for the memes.
Okay, so
I'm
but in
sorry.
total, this is this this feels like it's leaning more on the attack on the character rather than the argument. So, parang kasi yun nga, parang
Mm,
biased versus dumb, and then oh, I mean, okay, parang there's still some legit stuff here na parang uh, yun nga, just vote for your favorite. Parang
mhm.
that's probably the only really legit line. The rest are kind of okay.
No, I want to raise something.
Criticizing. Okay.
Me first, me first. I want to raise
Okay.
something because he said the reason why he's being called dumb or why he's calling out Neil as dumb is because he said Bahi stance. Means to say
Mm,
by using the word Bahi stance, it should be understood that they act that way. So what
mm.
are stance? We didn't discuss this at the start of the stream. And I think this is an internet culture thing that we have to understand. I mean, we all know that you're a simp, Mark, for Lily, but what is a stan?
Wait, do you know what simp means?
Well, you did pay for tier 3 subscription for
No,
Lily, right?
I've never
No?
paid for anything
Here.
online.
Anyways, what is simp? Just to be sure. So that I'm sure I know also what it means.
I mean,
Simple person.
uh,
I'm just a simple man that likes decent things. Does it mean that?
no. Parang more of the parang subservient type of
Oh,
pandering to
subs.
the.
Oh wait, we can't say subs. Uh,
Okay. But okay. So, with regards to Stan, honestly, my only knowledge about Stans is they're just fans. I'm not sure where the ST came from.
okay, so anyone in chat could help us understand what stands are because we'd want stands too. Tarcy stands, Tarcy talk stands. Why not?
Do we
If
want
it's
Stans? Do we?
if we can have people um that would defend us in our time of need.
Okay. There's an
But
answer in chat. There's from Mina.
oh shoot, Mina's here. Hi Mina. Were you here earlier? Oh my gosh. Hello, pinag-usapan ko yung mga critical
Okay.
yung
Stan
stand culture.
originally came from the word stalker fan. So that's definitely not something I would like to call myself.
But I thought it was super fans.
Where did T come
Wait.
from?
Super duper I don't know. Okay. Oh, ano. Okay, so it did come from an Eminem reference, but it had been sort of reclaimed. So that's the thing. I know it was a Eminem reference because people do say that stands are actually a bad thing, and we wouldn't want them to be called stands. But some
Okay.
people actually repurpose that word and said, "Oh, if you're a stan, you're a super fan like that," or something like
Okay. Okay.
uh,
Should we move on?
thanks, Mina.
You go to the next slide or the next tweet.
Oh, so, oh yeah, in this scenario, does it mean that if you say pagbahay stance na sila, they would automatically vote? Therefore, there's no need to call them out.
I mean, I think you can easily assume that by stance would vote for, but I guess the idea here is that maybe I guess this is already in interpretation already of Neil's tweet that um, he's asking why they are by stance.
Yeah, like why do they still vote for her if she gives nothing? I mean, maybe meme aside, if she really doesn't do well, what's the point of voting for her? Like just for something else, maybe? Oh, okay. And that something else is people here in chat said, and actually Mina told me as well. Her brother is actually a known idol, and therefore it might be her. The brothers' fans might be carried over to her. That's why they vote for her. Am I getting that right? So, people in chat, did I understand that right? Kapatid po kasi niya yung isang TXT member. Oh, TXT is also kind of young, so I guess. Ooh. Okay, so maybe we don't know yet. No one has actually mentioned it yet so far from the comments we've been reading out. So next comment, please.
Okay. Bro, go to sleep. Okay, this one I've seen it. I've been seeing it a lot more. What's that mean? Touch some grass, go outside, parang disconnect, parang
No, no. Maybe it needs to. You have to touch weed. Like, well, okay. Let's use our intellect here as millennials. We know grass as weed, right? So
I don't.
maybe
I
he
just know
wants
grass is
we.
grass.
You're a different kind, man. You're a different kind. So maybe get high. Okay,
Honestly,
no, no.
for me, this means parang get off the computer, go outside,
Oh,
and kasi
yeah, they're answering on the chat. So go outside and get a life, I guess. So like so I
okay.
guess this is like our keyboard warriors. Like you only you only fight when you're online and when you're outside, or maybe you're too disconnected from what's happening. Oh, is this what we call Minecraft players? Like
What?
no, I mean when they play Minecraft, like why do they play this block game of real life when they can just go outside and actually live life? N-
I don't
Not
think that's it.
not not to bash on Minecraft players because I did just start playing Minecraft, so uh sucks to be me to actually say that against me. But uh, oh, it says this generations get alive. Thanks, Mia. Oh, so she also recognizes that we are not part. Also, her included are not part of this generation that we're trying to decode right here. Such our 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 students.
Okay, next.
Oh no, they're referring to Minecraft gas. No, no, I think that's Marie just making it more confusing. But yeah, get a life, I guess.
Okay, so as a response to the initial tweet, I mean,
Oh yeah, yeah.
doesn't do anything, parang doesn't contribute, doesn't. I mean, if anything, it's dismissive. So, uh,
It's dismissive. But
mm,
again, based from the Twitter guidance, it did say that it's meant to engage in discourse. Is this
mm,
something that helps in discourse?
no, not really.
Not really. Do you
But
think that this is kind of offensive?
I guess I know this would be the version of, to put it even lightly, parang this even the nice version of parang uh, maybe you shouldn't talk about this, parang or actually wait, is that a nice version or no mean version? Parang parang uh yeah, I guess I know, parang if I were to imagine myself in the place of this person, parang uh I would be on, I guess, on the verge of saying something meaner, but then just okay, parang uh I don't want to engage with that person, so let's just,
So
and I
like a
don't, but
closer, something
no,
like
parang it's like we're both in a room. He says something that I don't like, and I want him to leave,
okay.
rather
So
than me
like
leaving. So parang I think
so
that's
just to say the last just to get the last word out there and
I guess
dismiss you at
so.
the same time.
Mm.
Okay, okay.
But I
It's
mean,
weird.
yeah, it's definitely not it's not a conducive conversation, pero it's not uh, openly, I suppose.
Now, had you read that, if someone would tell that to you without any context, would you have actually gone out and touched grass?
I mean,
Because
I interpret it as parang go outside, parang disconnect from the computer, parang get some fresh air.
you would have
Yun, parang
so
that's
you would have easily understood that, like without any context.
I would have understood it as yun, parang get some fresh air more. in the way that we use it. Na parang, you seem, it's more out of, kasi when you say get some fresh air, it's more out of concern. Na parang,
Ah,
parang, you've been stuck in this room for too long. You need to go around. Say it's not healthy. This one is more,
okay.
parang, the negative side.
Okay, 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 okay. Understood. Thank you. Next slide, please.
Okay. This one says, "Tell me that you're stupid." And why do they put the exclamation point? Ano, parang, is it supposed
I
to
don't
censor
know.
it? Okay, without actually telling me that you're stupid. Okay, mocking. No contribution. Yeah, it's just a
But
plain attack on the person.
to call someone stupid, uh, based from criticism, is this fair?
I mean, okay, when you say
Again,
fair, parang you
remember.
need.
Okay, no, no, no. Go back to what we said. In human relations, we did say that give everyone his due, observe honesty and good faith.
Okay, so fair.
And also it says, does it is it something? Isn't it an sorry? Is it an action based on morals, good customs, and public policy
Okay, I
to
mean
call
definitely
someone
not.
stupid? No, right?
No, yeah.
So, but does it, based from what Neil's initial tweet said, did it call for that? So we're going to just justification. Did it call for something like? Is it on circumstance number two? Is it what was it? Necessity of the means employed to prevent or repel it?
The thing is, we're disconnected. We're laypersons. So parang it's like us seeing someone reach into their pocket and then just parang pulling out nothing. Maybe from their perspective, it's something a bit more dire. So I mean, but I mean, I'm hoping that a layperson's view is a bit more common. Na parang criticism, and then this person answers with "You're stupid." Parang that's parang connect. Parang, they're,
Is stupid
they're,
considered offensive? Would you say, is it offensive, or is it just something that characterizes someone that doesn't know something?
I mean, here it's definitely used offensively.
Okay, so it is kind of offensive. Okay,
Hmm.
okay, okay. Let's go on to the next slide.
Okay.
Read it, please.
Do I have to?
No, in the layman's read, how you read it. Let us know how you read it.
Uh, okay, I'm going to censor it. Say, I get the feeling somewhere in the future someone's going to clip me out of context and parang, the best I can do
Oh
is
wait,
parang,
so no, the earlier person who censored his word "stupid." Do you think this could have been sana they used a censor? Is it something that we should kind of accept as words to be used in everyday language?
I mean, stupid is a
He
pretty
says
common
read it.
word. But these ones. Okay, let me read it. In the censored version. I don't know.
Yeah.
Can you read it? I've been reading all the
No, no,
tweets.
no. No, no. I again, it's in theme with what we're discussing about. How does a normal person understand these tweets?
Okay. Uh, I'll be self censoring, okay? All the PAB looking at this and deciding that the best way to spend their time is to just personally attack someone.
Okay,
Honestly,
now
this is ironic.
because
I mean, this this tweet is an attack, and yet parang, he's criticizing the original tweet for attacking. So parang,
okay, so everyone in chat is saying PAB now. So I guess you're memed somehow. But anyways, yeah, it kind of shows that the one who's doing the personal attack is apparently this person who made that tweet. But does this tweet actually say that Neil was personally attacking someone? Would you say it's a personal? It's still within the realms of a
it's a
critique.
criticism on her performance. Parang, if he insulted her appearance, her family, her I don't know. She's performing in a contest and he's critiquing her performance. So
Exactly.
nothing
Yeah.
personal about that.
So if someone critiques a person about it and says gives us nothing, is that something like best time spent? Like, I mean, as teachers, don't we actually rate people?
Yeah, pretty much.
And that's what at the time we use. Best time spent is on how they perform their tests, their com sci projects, and so on and so forth. But um, I don't see. Yun nga, it's weird. Yun lang. I would say it's weird.
Okay.
Next one, please.
Okay, you knew you were gonna get attacked the moment you added that buy hashtag, so stop playing the victim here and let people vote for who they want to. It isn't that hard, trust me. I mean, was Neil stopping people from voting for who they wanted?
Hmm.
I, I mean, I guess he was saying to reevaluate
Yeah,
their
like an
vote.
eye opener.
Parang he wasn't saying, no, don't vote for this person, she's trash. Parang, no, nothing like that. Parang,
I
uh,
mean, even though you say actually she's trash, it might be a valid, although okay, fine, it might be bordering also, like you said,
personal
stepping
attack.
on the line, because yeah, it's like personal attacking. But if you tell someone that gives us nothing, it seems like it could be a valid argument saying that.
Mm.
Well,
So
again,
yun nga,
we
parang
haven't watched the.
I think the meme of it parang encompasses a lot more connotation. Parang it's more than just ano. Anyway, so let's
So
see. You were gonna get attacked, so people is acknowledging that this is an attack, and a lot of people are attacking, and this is
so
okay. Parang
that's
seems
the
it.
thing. If you use the hashtag, is it like an invitation for you to be like, okay, oh right, the reason why I added this is because, do you own a hashtag? Like,
Oh,
this community owns this hashtag. Therefore, you cannot use it if you do not agree with them.
so wait, uh, are you only so you can only use the hashtag if you're a stan? If I
That's what I
say,
wanted to know. Eh.
if I
And do you
suddenly
think it's fair?
if I suddenly create Twitter and I suddenly just spam a lot of uh, K-pop hashtags,
Mhm.
would I be attacked? I don't know.
Let's ask.
I don't want
I
to
don't
try
know. Let's
it.
ask that. Would he be attacked? Depending on what you would type. But in yeah, like maybe I meant, is
Okay.
like, does using the hashtag mean you're showing support and that's alone?
Okay. Okay, I think I understand. Kung ganon, okay, so I think maybe the context of a hashtag is to show support. But here, the hashtag was used to parang to critique. So I can, I guess, understand na parang why there would be
Really? I see it the other way around it. Because like,
really.
if you see people that uses like, for example, DDS, they say DDS, but the message itself, hashtag DDS, but the message says magbigay ng uh like magbigay ng naaayon para sa mga nurses.
Mm-hmm.
In this scenario, it shows criticism by using a DDS hashtag. And here you're trying to show people that only opens, like, because they're so close-minded to open these kinds of hashtags only, that they need to see the other side, the other unopened criticism. But let's like they're gatekeeping this hashtag for supporters only. Like, you're not allowed to use this if unless you're a support. I'm not sure. That's what I'm taking from this, though. Again, not defending Neil, but to monopolize a hashtag, it seems a little bit unfair, because if you want people from the other side to see, you want to try to get their attention as much as possible. And again, not attention seeking, but like, you can attention seeking by attacking them personally. They'd get your attention. But by using this hashtag, it seems like it was a fair use of, I don't know. Okay, again, that's me personally. How about you?
Mm. I don't know. Kasi, for example, in the current campaign for president, so there's like that identity,
Hmm.
and
Yeah,
that's normally used by people who are in support.
to support then.
And
Yeah.
then on the opposite side, there's a critiquing Lenny Lugao. That's a
Mm-mm.
hashtag, right? Oh, and so parang you can see that one hashtag is used for support, one hashtag is used to critique, and parang it's using that hashtag that you're kind of able to draw lines na parang, okay, this group is, parang whoever uses this hashtag is pro, whoever uses this hashtag is anti. And so parang if you were on the other side and you use the other hashtag, parang,
It would seem like you're
it would
jumping
be
on the
at the
other,
very
like you're opening yourself.
more often, no, it would be very confusing. Parang, why are you using
Mm,
our hashtag, or and then pati yung makasama mo, why are you using their hashtag?
okay. Okay, so yeah, I I think that's the culture right now. I'm not
Mm,
sure. I see it differently, but okay, let's put a pin on this tweet and move on because there's
okay.
10 more slides to this to this presentation. I'm sorry. I mean, you have to end at 10. It's
Okay,
a school night.
let's see. Oh my God. May mga pulube. Palibhasa, reklamo ng reklamo. Bakit na-eliminate faves nila? Ang kupad naman sa pag-vote. Stay pressed attention seeker, go lang, and mamalimos for votes. I mean,
What?
Neil wasn't advocating for
How do you do that?
anyone. So,
Was he not? He
was
did
he
say.
uh, did he
Well,
say?
he did say,
Okay, so he said Bora, shouting, Mashiro, and okay, so I guess, pero
but he wasn't saying in someone in particular, right? Like
mm,
just
yeah, yeah.
comparing her in a general sense, I guess.
Mm,
Okay. Okay, okay, okay.
mm,
Um, what do you mean by stay pressed?
let's see. I don't know, parang, kasi when you say someone is pressed, parang pressured, so that doesn't really fit.
Ah, okay, okay.
I
Okay,
think,
okay.
no,
That
I
that
think
makes
there's
sense.
something different. But anyway,
Really?
I mean, the way it's used, parang it feels like it's something different, pero anyway, let's go to the next one.
Okay. So, Marie says stay mad.
Okay,
Okay.
okay,
So
okay.
kind of like that. I guess he said stay pressured, say remain angry. Oh, okay, okay.
Okay.
Okay,
So
okay.
let's see here, new tweet. We don't give free votes here. Our job is to
I think
not
that's Meek.
make Bahid
Mm,
debut. So shut the f up, stop whining, and vote for your girls instead. Okay, I mean, stop whining and vote for your girls. Okay, a valid response. I mean, Twitter is for dialogue, so shutting up is kind of contrary to
Contradictory to
that.
that.
Uh, okay, uh, and we don't give free votes here. So I guess this person is reading Neil's tweet as soliciting votes or from the Bai stance. So
Would it?
I
Did you
mean,
feel like?
not really, pero parang I'm reading it from this person's response. Parang the way that this person responded, parang
Okay, okay.
it's as if parang this person is
Use
expected
your
to
vote
give
for
their
someone else.
vote.
Ah, okay. Okay, okay. Well, but it wasn't in particular someone eh. Like he wasn't pushing for one particular person. Although he did give three names. I
Mm,
felt like it was more on a general to compare her performance from the others. But
mm.
again, we're not advocating for you. I feel like totally we're advocating. But anyways, next.
I mean, you're definitely adamant about saying that.
No, I feel like I say it's such a stark contrast there from what he said. He was able to gain this much attention. We want
Mm.
attention too, but we
I
should make something
mean,
like this. We're just kidding. No, I don't think we can kaya natin.
okay,
Oh,
next.
stay bothered. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Gets next.
Okay, good luck on being a jobless and dumb adult. I mean, student. Nature is literally behind you. At least touch the grass you're sitting on.
Okay, so the next one, this that is a high school student. Someone actually replied that. So it's a quote retweet to a quote retweet,
Mm-hmm.
and the one at the lower right, that's the reply to the that is a high school student. So what does it have to be a jobless and dumb? Uh, is that alt? Is that in reference to Genshin or just adult?
No,
Why
I think
why
that's
was the
just.
alt? Why was the caps on the alt? So
I have no idea.
like everything else is not capped. Like was there something? Is there a hidden message under?
Okay, but okay, as so the knock on being a jobless and dumb adult. Nature is literally behind you. I, I don't understand that part.
Oh
Nature's
no, I think it's in relation to Neil's picture because I think there were trees
uh,
instead. In
ah
in fact, in his profile picture.
okay, okay. Oh, that's weird. Parang
So
to pay attention to the profile pic, parang
so the jobless and dumb adult. Where can you get that from? The tweet from of.
yun nga, parang okay,
No,
parang
that's my question. Are we that? Are we in the culture that you can actually throw it out there to to someone in rebuttal? Is it a rebuttal?
I mean that's like telling us na parang good luck on being a teacher. I mean we are teachers, so thank you. I mean to call someone jobless, I guess that's parang that's an insult. Parang,
Oh, Mina's helping us. Mina's really helping us out here. She
okay.
says it's just presupposing that the reason why he had time to tweet was that he was jobless. What?
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Or rather, parang
Besides students?
that
Can you?
contextualizes, ano, that contextualizes a lot.
Besides
Why?
students aren't a nine to five job. It's like a 12 to 12 thing, 24-hour lifestyle.
Bakit? Bakit ang
And
lalim ng language na ginagamit nila? Parang there's so much connotation. Parang, can
I
there
have
please be
no
a
idea.
manual for this? Honestly, parang you know how we read classical literature and parang there's a lot of subtext. There's plenty of
Oh,
subtext on Twitter. Lang yeah, parang
like the curtain was blue as he looked out the window, and like they were deep diving into why was it talking about his loneliness, and so but the author really just meant the curtain was just blue.
I mean,
Why can't things be that simple?
honestly, I'm starting to doubt parang how well my reading comprehension is now that I'm reading these tweets. Parang, am I just not good enough to,
Oh my
to
god,
understand them?
can you can you imagine the civil service exam? We have a reading comprehension exam, right?
Hmm.
And do you think they would, uh, if you're applying for a job with the government, they're going to make you read tweets and then have you, translate it?
What was at XXXXX trying to say with this tweet? Which is the proper rebuttal? It's
But
another subtext tweet. Lang yan.
but that's the thing, eh. Parang okay, so I get it. So that's the concept that you're jobless, you have so much free time, which is weird. A PSI student doesn't have
I mean,
that
they
much free
don't.
time.
I'm guessing this person doesn't know that. So
Yeah,
yeah, doesn't know.
that's true.
High school students.
So does it mean that if you give this course or you're against someone's tweet, that you're automatically have that much free time?
No, no.
It's weird, no?
People have
Sorry,
hobbies.
sorry guys. I'm so sorry that we're finding it weird now, but please please be patient with us as we're trying to understand. But the
Okay,
rebuttal
wait.
though that
Yung
they
ano,
said that
yun nga. So sabi, okay. So it's not being jobless adult. That is a high school student. So in the context of um, this person is assuming that the reason that they have free time is because they're jobless and then are dumb adult. So high school student is not give. So now I can read the second response two ways. Parang it's
yeah, me
either
too.
they think that ano, parang okay they're high school students so yeah they have a lot of free time or parang
they, they
they're a high
didn't
school
understand
student
what
and
the rebuttal.
parang I don't know. Anyway, let's go to the next one.
Next one, please.
Okay, a grown adult attacking a 17-year-old. Okay, so again, this guy is assuming that Neil is uh, someone older. 17-year-old girl for having talent. Go get a job, ugly bee. Well, again, minor. The is supposed to go to college based on his contract, so can't get a job right now. Let's see. Like again, is there anything substantial here?
No,
There's nothing
it's
substantial here. There's nothing.
they're
There's
thinking
nothing.
that
There's nothing here that is a response to what Neil said. So it's just an.
I I don't maybe there are some texts that we don't understand over here.
Okay, I'll go to the next one.
Go, 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 go. Oh,
Uh,
okay. So this is three things that I took together that were related with one another. But they're not in response to anything. It's just that they have a theme. Just guess the
okay.
theme.
Okay,
Read it
damn,
out.
I
Read it out.
know you one dumb miserable MF. You're ugly. You look like like a MF wall with no fucking. Oh, sorry. No,
That's not a word.
sorry.
Go ahead.
That's actually the first time I've said that word out loud in years. Anyway, with no effing face, so ugly. SDFU. Hmm.
Oh, are you blending in now to the Twitter culture?
I hope not. Seriously,
So
I don't think I've said that word out loud ever.
yeah, you did
Internally,
it.
definitely. Internally, I say it. Pero, huh, I think that's the first time I've ever said it out loud.
So
I
my
need to
question
delete.
now.
I'll delete this VOD later, okay? So just remind me.
Uh, I guess we're gonna get canceled then after this. But 60 people viewing at 10 o'clock in the evening, guys. Touch grass. No, just kidding. I'm not even sure if I'm using it right. Anyways, um, sorry. Um, what do you see from this arguments? Is it something that is responsive?
I mean, it's focusing on the person and the parts of the person that matter the least in discussion. So,
Now, they use the word ugly, and we do understand that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Based on his picture, my question to you: do you find Neil as ugly?
why is that a question?
No, because again,
Yeah.
maybe they're justified based on what they say. But as your perspective,
I mean, based on the pixel count on the image that you attached here, I can't even
I
tell.
should. Oh, ano. Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. It could be a thing that how can they actually call someone ugly if they did just nakita nila. Well, that's true. But based from how you remember Neil in your grade 10 days.
No,
Sorry,
I mean,
we were grade 10. We're still teaching grade 10 pala in their grade 10 days.
I mean, is
Actually,
there a student that I would call ugly? I don't think I've actually encountered. Not it. Is there? I can't think of any student that I'd actually call ugly.
okay, okay. Okay.
Are
Safe.
are you baiting me into something? Parang-
No. I'm not. I just want to see what's your perspective of okay. Alright,
okay.
next.
Okay. Okay. So, I guess this is a reply after the many quote tweets.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
by Go Girl, and was this after like any results in the contest? Ah, no. Okay.
No,
So
no.
it was a fixed tweet.
So,
So the original tweet,
yeah.
and then it was blacked
Yes,
out.
yes.
Oh, okay.
Mike understands Twitter culture now. So, okay. So, by censoring several words, they try to correct someone's statement. And how do you find these kinds of tweets?
It's like it's censoring. Parang it's parang it's
Is it censoring?
manipulating. It's manipulating the
That's the word.
originally.
That's the thing, and that's one thing that I find a huge big red flag for me personally, because whenever you look for information, you always look for the source, what someone said. But altering someone's words, that's a big red flag for me. And that's why I always find someone that would actually edit what someone says and then put it into their mouths. So for me, it's very okay. You might not understand it, but there are a lot of consequences that might happen if people misunderstand each other. And and tweets like this, where you edit the screenshot, it adds more fuel, a lot of fuel to these misunderstandings. So for me, in my context, I huge offense to these kinds of tweets.
Hmm.
How about you?
Uh, hang on. So it says in the chat that this is actually a meme. So,
Yeah.
parang this kind
Okay.
of
So
response is a
for
meme.
me personally, meme or not, that's the thing.
Yeah,
Where do
yeah.
we go about
I agree.
responsible tweeting, responsible memeing, I guess. There are memes for fun. We've seen memes done during live streams in Pisay, the whole community, and then they're going these nuts, and so on and so forth. I know it's this batch. I just know it's this batch that I'm teaching right now. But uh to meme on something, okay, fine, given. But to actually put there are certain memes that are kind of, there are consequences that might be very, very harmful. So be careful with what. For me, just be careful, because it's very, it can be very, very dangerous later on. So everyone's
Uh,
going these nuts now. That's all they got through Grabe. Anyways,
uh,
go on.
okay, next.
Oh, wait. What's
Okay.
your take from this?
Yun nga,
I mean,
parang,
they did say it's a meme, but for you,
yeah, pero yun nga, parang it's too, uh, it's, yun nga, I guess in the first, it's a kind of censoring. Second layer, it
mm,
misrepresents the original message. Uh, and, yun, parang, again, kasi normal, the one that I've seen, the it's apparently called blacked out poetry. They make it obvious na blacked
yeah,
out.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Parang, so ito, parang they actually made it. Well, I mean, I guess you can tell na parang there's a lot of space. Why is it like that? So if you ask why, you'll figure it out. Pero still, parang,
Mm-mm.
okay.
Okay,
Anyway,
okay.
next one. Okay,
Go ahead.
it's always the, why? Why replace the V with the U? The U with the V?
I have no idea. Maybe it's like,
Does it mean something?
diba we have uh V girls, VTubers. Maybe it's V
Birch.
V virtual V. I don't know. Chat, help
Mm.
us. Does it mean like VTubers? Oh, it's just a censor now.
Uh, okay.
Why?
Anyway, but okay, so again, no content here that's worth that's actually a valid response. And even worse here is the blowing up of the picture on the um, okay.
Well, why would you say it's worse though?
I mean,
So
yeah,
that
parang you're
we're not leaving any spaces.
okay. So, kasi I mean, uh, you're uh publicly denouncing a person, and then
Hmm.
you've attached a face to it. So now, supposedly, assuming that it's an internet and everyone can see it, everyone will now be able to recognize this person. And again, you have profile pics, so I guess there's an extra step which many people
It's
don't
a
take.
bigger step. Yeah, yeah. I guess so. Okay, next.
Okay, look at his header. The whole thing is okay.
Oh, the
Again,
smaller picture down there. The smaller comment.
uh,
That's a reply of someone else.
uh,
In quote retweet of this.
how do I have to read that?
How do you say that? Kaya ba yan? If you say it right or wrong, you get you get a soundbite free.
uh, I know. Okay, okay.
Nabuhay bigla yung nabuhay bigla yung mga tao nandun sa header.
Yeah. Okay. Hello. Favorite na nga
Yes.
ako. Ganto pa ako, madadamay. Pag niyo akong tinatawag na ugly, what the hell? Okay. Guess,
Okay, what
what
the
the
hell?
heck?
Okay. But what do you mean by priv?
Private, I guess. Baka
Ah.
private yung Twitter account ng
Uh-huh.
nadamay.
Okay, okay. Okay. So, how do you take this comment, the one on the top, the whole gang? So, does it does it actually respond towards the
I mean, the
what
mere
the
fact that they're talking about appearances, parang, even from the previous tweets, parang walang kinalaman yun sa it doesn't have anything to do with the context of the conversation. So, yeah, parang, what's the point? Why, why even reply? Okay.
go on. We're almost done. We're almost done. Everyone, I know it's 10 o'clock, and we know that Sir Tarcy needs his Genshin. We're almost there.
Okay.
Oh,
We're
yeah,
almost
someone
done,
sent
right?
this to me.
Kasi
Yeah, yeah,
honestly,
we're almost
parang
done.
this really using up all of my
Oh,
energy.
how are you feeling right now? Really? Aside from the stream, how after reading all of this?
Honestly, it's really draining. Parang
Because
all
it
of
feels very
this
toxic, right?
toxic and parang
Oh, what? You really got sick?
No, no, pero
Oh, they're saying they're so proud of you.
it's parang, I mean, you can have a heated discussion, parang that's tiring, but it feels good kasi parang you had a
You're
discussion,
getting
you
somewhere.
sound,
Yeah, it's like,
here nothing's happening. It's just pure bashing.
and can you imagine 500 of those?
Okay, let's read this. Why did
We're
your
going through
mother
all 500. Let's go. I'm just kidding. I'm just
Why did
kidding.
your mother give birth to you if there are still many abandoned children out there who might even have a better personality than you? You fools. That's a weird addition to the end. Parang, is he quoting Gandalf?
Yeah, from it. Like, is this what we're calling meme? But that was such a cool part when Gandalf called them fools because. But anyways, that's a whole different thing. I think if they were referencing Gandalf, shame on them because they're not using it right. I think unless we don't understand what's happening right now. But
But
anyways,
yeah, again,
the
it's a
above one.
personal attack. It's a personal attack. Parang no connection to the original argument. Just a way to attack the person. These are personal attacks, unlike the the one that they're claiming that the original tweet did. Okay,
Pause,
next.
pause,
Yeah.
pause, 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 pause. Wait, very important comment. Okay.
Hmm.
Sir, I see Twitter drama every single day and I feel inhuman now. And Nathan does mention in reply to that comment, he says, being desensitized isn't really a good thing though. Now, how would you respond to this? Like you
Honestly,
see this every on your social media platforms. I wonder if Instagram is like this. But I feel Instagram is more fake. But anyways, aside from that, um, being desensitized, being unable to feel anything out of this, is this dangerous?
kasi to be desensitized, it's a protective mechanism. If you're, yun nga, parang, if you put yourself in a position where you are getting abused, getting hurt, so obviously you want to withdraw from that position. So, and one of the ways of doing that is, yun nga, you don't allow yourself to be sensitive to all of these attacks. So, uh, in one way, it's a protection mechanism so that you don't feel the negativity that all of these things have. So in that way, I suppose it's a way to preserve yourself. At the same time, it's not a good thing because I mean, for us to actually be able to engage and interact with the world, with Twitter, to actually have conversations, you, you need to be sensitive. You need to actually put yourself
Exactly,
out there.
yeah.
So,
So,
okay,
uh, ayun. We'll get there. Don't worry. Basta. Move on next.
okay. Uh, how
Oh,
do
this one. This
is
is
that
a,
her first name?
I think so. Yeah, go ahead. Read it. Oh, I asked
Y-
permission here. So for everyone that's asking, that might be asking. No,
Uh,
not her. I did ask permission from her. I meant from Kikoy. Okay, just making sure.
uh, Yuning, Bahi, Pretty Girl Living Her Dream, uh, Ikoy, Dungka, be on Twitter. I
Okay,
mean,
so
first there's the
okay.
face. Parang again, big showing the person's face. Uh, irrelevant to discussion. Just paints quote unquote paints a target. And then again, just criticizing the person without any context. So,
Oh, by the way,
anything.
his location was actually mentioned somewhere out there. That he was living in somewhere in the Philippines in particular. So that's one thing that I wanted to discuss about is doxing. Back then in our time, we called it swatting. If you don't like a player that you're playing against, you have them swatted, or you don't like you find out their position, where their location, and have SWAT.
No, I think
You call the
swatting.
cop.
I think swatting
Di ba
is
you call the
para.
cops?
Yeah, it's like a sub, maybe not even the same
Sub. Okay,
category. Kasi
of
doxing
doxing.
is you're publicizing personal information so that they are open to being attacked.
Mm,
Swatting is you're actually direct, or I guess indirectly, by using the police. attack. So,
So in this scenario, Kikoy actually went out to defend Neil by posting his how he sees everything, and
mhm.
this came about later on in the end. Now, my question to you is that initial tweet from Neil, did it warrant actions such as this, such as
I
personal
mean,
people's pictures being posted online, personal information, uh, things that sensitive information being called this, and again, like people said on the comments that their mental health is actually affected by reading all of these comments, and that what you said, there's no direction where this is going. It feels like everything's going to different directions rather than what was intended.
mm,
So this the second to the last tweet that we're going to discuss. So how do you feel? Do you feel like this actually warranted based from the initial tweet?
definitely not.
Definitely not. Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
I can imagine a heated argument na parang someone replying, okay, explain yourself. Parang you think that she's great, she does this really well, etc. etc. Did you see her performance? This, then okay, then you can have a heated back and forth. Pero yeah, there's none of that going on right now.
How are we 70 viewers right now? Shouldn't people be asleep? My 8 a.m. class po kayo. Okay, we're actually on the last tweet, and someone did actually get involved. Someone very close to us that, um, yeah, someone actually defended her students, and she herself got attacked. So my question is, next slide.
Okay, let's see.
Did you know
Uh,
this, by the way?
Wait, did I know about it?
Yeah, yeah. No,
I mean,
about did did Ma'am Edlin actually talk to you about this?
uh, did she mention it? I think she did.
Okay, so okay.
Or
So you have a
anyway,
little bit of context. Go ahead.
no, no. I
So
mean,
this is
at
something.
least I know about it.
Okay.
Okay,
So this is quote retweet from someone.
so someone made a tweet about what's the name again? I can't even read it without the no. Uh, anyway, and
Her
all
lang.
her stands came for him, so Psycho came for them. Tapos biglang initsulto ng stands yung itsura ng community. Someone even attacked Ma'am Edlen with an argument that made zero sense. Okay, and
Okay.
then replying to Eds was here. If you know better, you should have reprimanded your student from starting and spreading hate towards a minor. He started all the noise. Now that we're trying to defend a minor, the tables turned and it's our fault now. They are the ones who used vulgar, really vulgar words. We just clapped back.
Okay.
Um,
Before anything else, let's clap back. Just to be
yeah.
sure.
I don't know. I guess respond in kind to take revenge.
So not applaud, like not
No, no, definitely
applaud.
not.
Why are people taking away so much words that mean something else? Come on.
Okay,
Really?
let's see. So, okay, so his first tweet, someone made a tweet about her and her stance came for him, so subsequently came for them. Okay, so actually, doon pa lang, I'm already kind of weirded out. Kasi, uh, stance came for him. Okay, definitely wrong. Visay community came for them. Also wrong? Parang, why is it
Oh,
suddenly
okay.
becoming a fire against fire thing? Parang,
So in
I
this
mean,
scenario,
defend, definitely, uh, but then I guess I haven't seen the response tweets to them. So, parang,
oh shoot, I didn't add. There's another provision to the justification, justifying circumstances that says, in defense of a stranger. So in this scenario, if you're hurt, you can use a certain amount of violence, the same circumstances earlier,
mm,
as long as it's in defense of a third person that you know didn't start the aggression towards the aggressor.
mm,
So in this scenario, okay, there's a reason why I didn't add the tweets of our students because there's a self-reflect time we're going to do here. So, but to react on the tweet of that person on the right, how do you feel about that? Teachers should be reprimanding on
okay.
students.
The thing is, okay, So this person is operating on the idea, responding on the basis that uh, the first tweet spread hate towards a minor. And if that
Was
were actually
mm,
the case, then okay, definitely. Parang,
mm,
as teachers, we should have responded. But
yes,
it's just a criticism. So I mean, and we encourage uh, people speaking
we
their
do.
mind. Hmm?
Do we encourage criticism? We do actually.
Yeah, we do.
Honestly, we do because again, we want students to speak for truth, excellence, and service. Right? That's the thing that with came along with the package of being a PSI students. That yeah, everything that you say is that truth, excellence, service. Now, Niels, although might okay, we'll be talking about that much later on. But what you were saying that it opens criticism because it was a valid criticism to begin with. However, the clapback, am I saying right? The clapback against was what you were saying that unjustified, right?
Mm.
Okay. So in that scenario, it felt like fire against fire, but defending someone. But the thing is, okay, now why I'm going to talk about why I didn't what our students had words that our students used to defend. It's up to you to assess if you can go online as well. Not because I'm trying to protect our students, because again, this is not PSI related. And the moment that I actually act on it, I have to actually bring it to the DO. That's our obligation. But more on self-assessment on your part, students. So biglang nawala yung mga four people from our viewership. Next slide. The reason behind this is because, hala, ito na yung lecture part. No, based, it's very hard. It's very hard for students to defend someone else, especially in heated arguments like this. But I do commend those that had actually stayed their ground and made sure that people would argue based from arguments or make people realize how out there the arguments against Neil were by using their arguments against them. But that's kind of a stretch. Sadly though, wala, nawala lahat ng mga tao. I wouldn't call it arguments, not gonna lie. Oh, so Nathan's asking, so like my fault was the initial critic. Was Neil really at fault? Um, Honestly, for me, if I would say no.
Mm.
Um, it seems like it was a valid criticism. However, it doesn't feel like it was a psi criticism. Like, did it reflect patriotism, integrity, service, academic excellence, youth leadership, or was it the use? Was it in pursuit of spread of maybe spread of truth somehow stretching it kind of exercise towards habit of excellence. Oh, by the way, the third one, social media as empowering service, it's very specific as to what are the limitations you're allowed to do online. And that's the thing I wanted you to realize. We're now reaching the 10, 16. I'm sorry. Uh, you have to be mindful. Next slide. Sorry. Next slide, please. We need to be more mindful about how we react because it's one thing, okay, to react, it's one thing. We can't help ourselves. But we have to practice because there are things that we know that maybe the way how we react might put more fire to add more fire to the fuel or might actually hurt someone else out there. Mind you, there are people really out there that had attacked Neil that honestly, if I had received those kinds of criticism, I would have broken down. Like these are very personal. I don't know how Neil is still okay with all of this, but I really hope he gets processed about this. But um honestly, every action does have its equal and maybe not equal, has a even more reaction from the other side. And it's our responsibility to make that we have to be careful on what we put out there because what we put out there represents us and who we are is a multiple of things. Me and Sir Tarcy, we are no matter how much we say we're not affiliated by PSI in this stream, we're still PSI teachers and we have to conduct ourselves as appropriately as much as possible. Although he did curse at our stream, I asked for forgiveness from the online community. Are you still there, Mark?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
here.
just making sure. But we have to be careful and we have to be mindful for everything that we do. We practice what we say, we practice what we preach. I'm telling you, it's you have to practice on how you react. Although you can say you could be blameless because that's the way how I reacted. But you have to be practicing. Like how Sir Tarcy was. Forever he never swore in his life because he already practiced that in his life that one time that he slipped. But same for me. I would say I never curse in front of my students as much as I want, but sometimes it does slip. But because it's actual practice, in front of my parents, I really try my best not to say the most vulgar words that I'm so used to saying in my group of friends. Um, effing hell. Uh, my favorite. Uh, when I say F but I say fudge or
Mm, yep.
fudgy bar. So those are practices that I up to now that it's suddenly just because I practice it, it suddenly now became a reaction uh action. But okay, we're losing a lot of viewers because of the lecture part. We're not lecturing you, promise. It's not I know it's hard. It's really hard, but we have to stand by okay. I'm gonna say na these are the things that come with our contract. With the pros of being a PSI student are additional burdens of who we are as a character because we have to live up to the name. Now, you're gonna start saying in the on the comment section, ano advantage? What PSI advantage? What pros? But um, free education, so on and so forth. Having Sir Tarcy as your comp sci teacher, that's a pro as well. And but it does have attachments, and we have to live up to it. One thing that I really hate, um, what do you call it, Mark? When you say something but you do it anyway. You say
Says
something against it. When you're against it, but you do it also.
hypocrite.
Yes, hypocrite. And I learned that the hard way. My girlfriend has been very strict with me as to what words I use because I end up being hypocritical based from what I say. And I want to be a man of my word, being of a character such as things that are attached to me, even though I may not have signed on to them voluntarily, but because I have to live up to those. It's both integrity and trying not to become a hypocrite. So I really, really, for me, that's my takeaway. That's why I have to be very careful with what I say online. How about you? Based from everything on online culture. Next slide. We can close the slides now. Tapos na presentation.
Oh my god.
What's your
Uh,
takeaway from this?
I
But kudos,
mean,
honestly, for those that had defended Neil out there to make them that had presented very good arguments that had actually shown the errors of those that had tweeted against Neil. Very good. As in, I'm very happy. I'm very happy to see those tweets. For those that didn't, good job also. You know, I mean, I know those tweets might have been offensive as well. Medyo, I might not have agreed on them publicly, but you know. Anyways, what's your takeaway?
that's I'm glad I don't have Twitter. That I'm glad I'm not active on social media. That I limit my exposure to the social media that I have. Actually, what do I have? I have Instagram, but I don't. I think I haven't opened it this month. I have Facebook, pero honestly, don't really use it. Parang I just scroll for one feel good story and then
But is that you evading the what's happening to our students online?
yeah, that's true. I guess I can say that. I know, uh, in a sense, it's evading the issue rather than actually contributing to something that can be better in this regard. Um, I guess to get takeaway, online culture as it is right now can be a very rough place to be. Uh, and people will be tempted to uh, sensitize themselves to uh, yun nga, I guess like be a bit avoiding like what I'm doing rather than actually go out and engage people, which is honestly really something
Actually,
that we ought to be doing. Uh, no matter what our position in life is. We gain a lot by interacting with other people.
Mm-mm.
So I guess for us, for everyone who's watching, let's make sure that we don't be an example of the things that we saw here. Let's make sure that whenever we do respond, we try to make it meaningful. We try to make it something that, okay, is what I'm going to say actually going to help the other person that I'm responding to? Or is it just something I'm saying just to make me feel good about myself? I'm standing by what I believe in, and therefore, bahala na kayo. So, I think, uh, even in the more, I suppose, reasonable replies, there's quite a bit of shade. Parang it's more to, I want to defend my position rather than actually have a conversation with you. And I understand that conversation is tiring, especially if it's with someone you disagree with. But I mean, without that proper conversation, an answer that will invite the other person to dialogue back and can communicate, uh, we won't get anywhere. So let's just
Mhm.
try to make sure that at the very least on our end, uh, any toxicity ends with us. So that
That's nice. I like that. Like, um, take it all, but make sure that you don't contribute to it. Like, make sure that you can leave a good space for everyone else that sees your replies. Okay, that's a good one. Okay, now for the message of our batch 2022. Uh, I did promise, although we are cloud chasers that we are, me and Sir Tarcy, we're jumping onto the wagon of the issue of Pisai Twitter versus Stan Twitter. The reason why is because we wanted your attention. And the reason, more particularly for batch 2022, your attention is needed is because we did see your comments about college, the college info session that had happened last Friday. So we know that you're lost. We know that you're having big doubts about your college life, and that's where we wanted to plug. Okay, we're not plugging for views, for sponsorship, for likes, and actually we're not even paid for this. This is 2 hours out of our lives, really. But it's more of our alumnus had shared very great insights as to help you in your college application and as to what happens if you don't end up in UP. So uh, we hope that maybe with this big elaborate bait bait topic, which it's not really a bait topic, but more on we hope you could visit actually our previous videos that could help you understand on how do you take college entrance exams in a pandemic. So that's one thing for everyone. And for everyone else that's here in chat, thank you. Thank you very much for joining us. Learning online culture is a real ride. What would you say, Mark? Yes? No? Agree?
I mean, I'm definitely tired right now, so and you can
Oh,
take
we
that
have
as a
to say
baseline.
this.
Hmm?
According to YouTube statistics, only 1% of Pisay students is actually subscribed to Tarsi Talk. So
Do we
I'm
actually
just
have
kidding.
statistics?
No, again, we're doing this for purely out of the goodness of whatever goodness is out of our hearts, but more onto guide students in whatever way we cannot say inside the classroom. We're trying to say it out here. Oh, by the way, something to look forward to next week. I'll be joining again Sir Tarsi on a live stream for 2 hours. We're going for a tabletop game. It's a Halloween stream, although it's November 1. We're going to play an All Souls game stream. Just kidding. Call of Cthulhu tabletop, the 7th edition. I'll be his uh, gamekeeper, while Sir Tarcy will be a private investigator going through the cities of Arkham, and he will be investigating a mysterious disappearance. So watch out. It's going to be a live session, so join us. We hope we're going to try to figure out the mechanics as to how we can show his dice rolls on screen and so on and so forth. But all things all, thank you very much for joining us. This is a all-time high 70 viewers. We don't know how much more it can get. Share us to your Pisay classmates, to the stand culture out there.
Wait, do we
Get
really
us
want them to
canceled.
share this episode? Parang really this ep? Share the college episodes. Share the college not this one.
um, I'm sorry we didn't go through all chat, but we will go through it. We're going to have a me and Sir Tarcy is gonna have a what you call that um session after something happens.
Mm,
Uh, what you
let's
call
see.
it? A decent, not decent society. The Oh my
Debriefing.
gosh, debriefing. We're gonna have a debriefing after this so that we can sleep well tonight. But everyone else, our alumnus that are taking their first, for those that are have been studying and those that have started their first week of college, for Lasallians, for our alumnus, good luck with college. But for our students in Pisay, good luck with your Hell Week. I hope and we wish you all the best. Contact your teachers if you ever need help. They're always there willing to help, whether it be during their asynchronous time, or Wednesdays. Try Wednesdays. We don't have a lot of meetings this Wednesday, right? I do, but
Yeah,
do you?
I do also.
Oh, really?
But yeah,
But
I mean,
still,
contact us all the same. And schedule something. You'll find a common time somewhere.
not just us. You're A lot of teachers out there are willing to help as much as possible. Don't be afraid of them because one on one. Bring a friend, bring a group if you want. Bring the whole class if you want. Anyways, take care and stay safe always. All right.
Yeah. So
Bye.
thank you all for coming. We'll see you next week. Bye.